Hi guys, it's Engineer. Welcome back sa ating YouTube channel. So ngayon magsasagot lang tayo ng ating assessment number 6 under pa rin ng numerical ability. So kung hindi ka pa naka-follow guys and naka-subscribe sa mga channel natin, so subscribe ka na no para like kang updated sa mga future contents natin and also para maabangan mo yung mga live lectures natin for free. Okay? So start na nating sagutan to guys. By the way, itong assessment number 6 pala natin, ilalagay ko yung link doon sa ating comment section. So, pwede nyo siyang i-download doon and para matry nyo ring sagutan. Okay? So, question number 1. The ratio of boys to girls in a class is 3:5. If there are 24 boys, how many girls are there? Okay, so kapag ratio problem guys, so kung sino yung unang mababanggit, siya yung nasa numerator. So, boys to girls. So, ang gagawin natin, boys, 2 girls. Okay, so dapat nasa taas yung boys. Okay? So, meron silang ratio na 3:5. So, pag ginawa natin silang fraction, 3/5. So, katapat ng boys guys, nasa numerator siya si 3. Ito yung ratio ng boys and itong 5 naman, yan yung ratio ng girls. Okay? If there are 24 boys, how many girls are there? So, given na yung kung ilan yung boys, no? So, that is 24. Okay, so itapat lang natin sila. So, 3 na ratio ni boys and kung ilan sila which is 24. Over yung hinahanap natin, how many girls are there. So, gawin na lang natin tong variable x. Okay? So, yung variable x guys, siya yung girls natin. So, isolve lang natin siya. So, para makuha yan, syempre cross multiply natin. 3 times x, that is 3x. Equal to 24 times 5. Ilan yun guys? 24 times 5. Okay, so that is 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 2, that is 120. Yan. And then, para ma-isolate tong x guys, divide lang natin sila pareho ng 3. Para makakancel tong 3x na lang yung matitira. Okay? So, 120 divided by 3, that is 40. So, value ni x or kung ilan yung girls sa klase, that is 40. So, letter C tayo. Okay? So, ganun lang kadali guys, no? So, next problem tayo. Yan. If 8 notebooks cost $64, what is the cost of 15 notebooks? Okay, so yung 8 notebooks daw, ang bayad niya is $64. So, magkano naman daw kapag 15 notebooks na? Yan. Well, obviously, kung mas maraming notebook yung bibilhin mo, mas mahal siya. Okay? So, ang tawag dito is direct proportion. Mas maraming notebook, mas maraming babayaran. Okay? Or mas mahal. Okay, so kapag direct proportion, pag gumawa tayo ng equation, dapat tapat-tapat sila. Okay? Itong 8, katapat niya yung 64, and itong 15, katapat niya naman yung unknown. Okay, so gawin lang nating equation. So, notebook muna. 8/15. Okay, equate natin sa presyo which is 64 over yung unknown natin na variable x. Ayan. So, tapatan sila. So, solve lang natin yung value ng x guys. So, cross multiply tayo. 8 times x, that is 8x. Equal to 64 times 15. Ilan yon? So, isolve lang natin, no? 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 6 plus 2, that is 32. Okay? 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 6 is 6. Okay, then add natin. So, 0, 6, 9. So, 960 guys. Okay. So, isolate natin tong variable x, divide natin both side ng 8. Makancel na to, x na lang yung matitira. Okay, so 960 divided by 8, solve lang natin. So that is 1, 1 times 8 is 8, so i-minus natin to. 1, bring down 6. And then 2, so 2 times 8 is 16. And then may natira pang isang 0 dito, so idadagdag natin siya dyan. So final answer natin guys is $120. Okay? So, that is letter C. Yan. 'Di ba? Basic lang. So, next problem tayo. Another ratio and proportion problem, no? The ratio of red balls to blue balls is 5:8. If there are 104 balls in total, how many are blue? Okay, so kapag given yung total guys, may tuturo kong shortcut sa inyo. So ang gagawin nyo, isusulat nyo muna yung total which is 104 and then i-divide nyo siya sa sum ng dalawang ratio which is ito, 5 plus 8. Okay, so i-divide nyo siya ng 13. Yan, so 104 divided by 13. So that is 8, no? 8 times 13 is 104. Okay? Yan, so itong 8 guys, ito yung ratio niya at 1. Okay, kapag 1 yung ratio at ratio 1, ang value niyan is 8. Okay? So hindi pa yan hindi pa yan naka-ratio as red balls or blue balls. So at ratio 1 pa lang. Okay? Kumbaga ito yung base muna nila. So ang tinatanong, sino ba yung tinatanong? How many are blue? So blue daw, sino ba si blue dito? Red balls to blue balls. So nauna yung red, no? Red balls to blue balls. And ang ratio niyan is 5:8. Ibig sabihin guys, ang ratio ni blue is ito, katapat niya which is 8. So i-multiply lang natin sa ratio niya na 8 and then yung base nila na at ratio 1 is 8 din. So 8 times 8, that is 64. Okay, nasundan ba? Letter C. Yon, ito yung shortcut niya guys kapag given yung total nila which is 104. Dinivide lang natin sa sum nila and kung sino yung hinahanap, halimbawa red naman yung hinahanap, i-multiply mo lang tong 8 sa 5. Okay? So yun lang guys, ganun lang mag-solve. So next problem tayo. A car travels 180 kilometers in 3 hours. Its speed is, okay, so basic problem tayo kapag motion problem. Wag nating kakalimutan to, no? Speed is equal to distance over time. Dapat memorize natin to guys. Ito lang yung formula niya. Okay? Napakadaling i-memorize. 3 variables lang. So i-plug in na lang natin since ang hinahanap is speed. So distance. Ito yung distance guys. Kapag sinabing distance, of course ang unit niyan yung mga kilometers, meters, or miles. Okay? Kapag time naman, well, obvious naman yan. Kapag time, tulad nito, ang mga unit niyan is hours, minutes, seconds. Ganon. Okay? And speed naman, yung mga kilometer per hour, yan, may per hour, no? Or per seconds, pwede rin. Meter per seconds, pwede rin yan. Okay? So, para ma-identify natin, dapat tandaan natin tong mga units nila. Okay, so itong 180 kilometers, that is distance. So siya sinasa numerator and yung time naman na sa denominator is 3 hours. Ayan, so meron na tayong speed. 180 divided by 3, that is 60. And kung anong ginamit na unit guys, yun din yung unit dapat dito. Since dito is kilometer and hour, ang unit neto is kilometer per hour. Okay? So, dapat pare-pareho sila ng unit. Yan. So, next na tayo. Question number 5. A person walks to a town at 5 kilometers per hour and returns at 3 kilometers per hour. The average speed for the entire trip is... Okay, so ang hinahanap is the average speed, no? Average speed. So may formula tayo dyan. That is equal to total distance over total time. Okay? So kinuha lang rin to guys sa formula natin na S is equal to distance over time. 'Di ba? So anong total distance natin? Actually, hindi siya binigay, no? So, kadalasan kasi binibigay sa mga gantong problem, eh. Pero dito, ang ibinigay lang is yung dalawang speed nila. Okay? So, walang given na distance. So, ang gagawin natin dito is mag-a-assume tayo. Okay? So, kung may isang daan dito, let's assume na 15 kilometers siya. Mas magandang 15 para divisible siya sa 5 and 3. Okay? So, papunta siya dito at a speed of 5 kilometers per hour and nung bumalik siya, 3 kilometers per hour na lang yung speed niya. Okay? So, total distance papunta plus pabalik, that is 15 kilometers plus 15 kilometers. Okay? Papunta at pabalik yan. And yung total time naman, hindi rin given, no? So, isosolve natin yan. So, yung total time, ibig sabihin yung time niya papunta and yung time niya pabalik. So, let's say T1, papunta muna tayo, yung time niya papunta. So, ang formula natin for time, that is distance over speed. Okay? So, yung distance nila, that is fixed naman, which is 15. Okay, yung inassume natin kanina. And yung speed niya, nung papunta siya, which is 5. So, ang T1 niya is 3 hours. Okay? And then T2 naman, yung time niya nung pabalik na siya. So, same formula pa rin, D over S. So, yung distance nila na fix, which is 15 kilometers, i-divide natin sa speed niya nung pabalik na siya, which is 3 kilometers per hour. So, that is 5 hours. Okay? So, ilagay lang natin dito. 5 hours plus 3 hours. Ayan. So, isolve na natin to. 15 plus 15, that is 30. Over 5 plus 3, that is 8. Okay? So, gawin lang natin siyang whole number. Divide natin. Yan. So, 30 divided by 8, that is 3. That is 24. And then, minus natin. So, 6. Okay, then maglagay lang tayo ng decimal point. So, magdadagdag tayo ng 0 dito. So, 60 divided by 8, that is 7. And then, 56. Okay? Minus natin, that is 4. Maglalagay ulit tayo ng 0. So, 40 divided by 8, that is 5. Okay, and 40 na to. So, 0 na pag minus natin. So, final answer natin, guys, is 3.75 kilometers per hour. Ang average speed niya. Okay? So, that is letter A. Sige, next problem tayo. A train carried 468 passengers. At first station, 125 got off and 98 got on. At the next station, 86 got off and 73 got on. How many passengers were on the train afterward? Okay, so at initial daw, may sakay yung train na 468. Okay, so kapag may umaalis, guys, gawin natin siyang minus. And kapag may sumasakay or pumapasok, gawin natin siyang plus. Okay? So first, 125 got off. So bumaba daw. So minus natin. Ayan. And then may sumakay na 98. So add natin. Okay? And then yun lang. Gawin lang natin ulit. At the next station, 86 got off. So minus natin. And 73 got on. Okay, ito lang, guys. I-solve na natin to. So, unahin na natin to kasi medyo mahaba, no? 468 minus 125. Okay, so that is 343 to, no? And then yung 343, i-add lang natin sa 98. So, that is 1, 1, 4, carry 1. So, 441 na. And then, i-add lang ulit natin siya sa, or i-minus natin sa 86. So, 441 minus 86, that is, ilan yan? 55 na lang, no? Tama ba? Hindi, 55, may 3 pa pala. So, 355 na lang. And then, yung 355, last na to, i-add natin siya sa 73. Ayan, so that is 8, 2, carry 1, 428, guys, yung final na sakay ng train. Okay? So that is letter A. So basic problem lang naman to, no? Okay, so next na tayo. Question number 7. 5 years ago, John was 3 times as old as his son. Today, John is 45 years old. How old is his son today? Okay, so gawan lang natin ng table, no? So, si John and yung kanyang son. So, lagay lang tayo dito, past and present. So, wag na natin isulat yung future guys. So, wala namang nabanggit kasi na future dyan. So, mag-set lang tayo ng variable. So, si Jan gawin natin siyang variable x and si San naman gawin natin siyang variable y. Okay? So, basahin natin yung first condition, 5 years ago. So, pag nakita kayo ng ago, ibig sabihin that is in the past. Okay? So, aatras tayo ng 5, no? So, x minus 5 na si Jan, y minus 5 naman yung San niya. Okay? And then, dito tayo gagawa ngayon ng equation. Jan was 3 times as old as his son. So, si Jan daw, na x minus 5 is 3 times dun sa age ni San niya, which is y minus 5. Okay? So, nakagawa na tayo ng first equation natin. So, sabi rin dito, Jan today. Pag sinabing today, that is the present, no? In the present. So, Jan is 45 years old. So, 45 daw. So, binigay na yung value ni X or yung age ni Jan ngayon. Okay. So, value ni X is 45. So, plug in na natin siya sa equation natin. So, itong X magiging 45 minus 5. And then, distribute lang natin to. 3 times Y is 3Y. 3 times negative 5, that is negative 15. Okay? And then, yung mga may variables, may iwan na lang sa right side. And itong negative 15, pupunta sa left side. Okay? So, may iwan sa right side, 3y. And ito naman, magiging 45 minus 5. Tas yung 15 na nilipat mo, magiging plus 15. So, simplify natin. 45 minus 5 plus 15, that is 55. I-divide lang natin sila both side ng 3. Makancel tong 3y na lang yung matira. 55 divided by 3, ilan yon? So, that is 2. Okay, or 1 pala, sorry. So, that is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. 5 minus 3, that is 2. Bring down 5. 25 divided by 3, that is 8. Okay, so 8 times 3 is 24. Pag minus yan, may remainder na 1, no? So, maglalagay lang tayo ng decimal point dyan. And then, magdadagdag tayo ng 0. Okay? And then, 10 divided by 3, that is 3. 3 times 3, that is 9. Okay? So, I think, ano na to? Puro 3 na to. So, another 0 dyan, 3 na naman. So, 18.333, no? Yung sagot. Pero, wala namang 18.333 sa choices. So, anong pipiliin natin? Well, itong 18.333, hindi pa niya nabuo yung age niya. Ibig sabihin, at present, 18 years old pa lang siya. Sabihin na natin yung 0.33 is months pa lang yan. So, 18 years old, 4 months. Okay? But, in years, in terms of years, 18 years old pa lang siya. So, letter D yung sagot natin. Okay? So, next na tayo. A man is 3 times as old as his son. In 12 years, he will be only twice as old as his son. What is the son's present age? Okay. So, sabi dito, a man is 3 times as old as his son. So, let's say, yung man, siya si X. And yung son niya naman, siya si Y. Okay. So, X is equal to Y. And then, 3 times. So, that is 3 times Y. Okay. So, ito na yung first equation natin. So, hindi na tayo gagawa ng table, no? So, masterin natin na gumawa ng equation na hindi gumagawa ng table. So, second condition, in 12 years. In 12 years, ibig sabihin, that is in the future. Okay? So, aabante tayo ngayon. So, itong x magiging x plus 12. And itong y naman magiging y plus 12. He will only be twice as old as his son. Okay? So, kung itong man na x plus 12 is equal to twice na lang. So, 2 times yung y plus 12. Okay, so nagawa na natin guys itong second equation natin. So natandaan ba natin itong variable x siya si man and yung son niya siya si variable y. Okay? So i-solve na natin to. Itong value ni x dito sa equation 1 i-plug in natin sa equation 2. So value ni x sa equation 1 is 3y. So ilalagay lang natin dito 3y na to plus 12 is equal to 2 times y, that is 2y. 2 times 12, that is 24. Okay? So, pagsamahin lang natin yung mga same variables. Itong 2y dito, ilipat natin sa left side. And itong 12, ilipat natin sa right side. So, mangyayari, 3y minus 2y is equal to 24 minus 12 na. Okay? So 3y minus 2y, that is y, and 24 minus 12, that is 12. So sino ba si variable y? Siya si sun. So tama. What is the sun's present age? So sagot natin dito guys is letter B. 12 years. Okay, so next na tayo. Yan, so work problem naman. A can do a work in 10 days, B in 15 days, and C in 30 days. If all three work together, what fraction of the work do they complete in 2 days? Okay, so dapat maintindihan natin, no? Yung formula natin for work, meron tayo ditong rate per day, no, na tinatawag. So 1 over A plus 1 over B plus 1 over C. Okay? Ito yung rate nila per day. Okay? So, si A, sabi niya, 10 days siya natatapos yung work niya. Ibig sabihin, pag ginawa natin siyang rate, ang rate ni A per day is 1 over 10. Okay? I-plus natin sa work ni o rate ni B, magiging 1 over 15 naman siya. And si C na 1 over 30. So, ito guys yung rate nila kapag pinagsama-sama, no? Okay? So, sabi kasi dito, what fraction of the work do they complete in 2 days? So, tandaan natin na itong rate natin dito is in a single day lang, no? So, 1 day lang to. So, ilan naman daw kapag 2 days? So, anong gagawin natin? Ang gagawin natin, i-multiply lang natin silang lahat ng 2. Okay? Or simply, baguhin mo lang itong mga numerator nila. So, 2 times 1. So, 1 naman silang lahat. Magiging 2 na yung numerator nilang lahat. Maging 2 over 10 plus 2 over 15 plus 2 over 30. Okay? So, ito na yung rate nila in 2 days. Okay? In 2 days na to. Yan. So, i-add na lang natin sila, no? So since hindi sila pare-pareho ng ng denominator, ang gagawin natin pag pare-parehasin muna natin, no. So kunin natin yung LCD nila. So ano bang LCD nila? 10, 15 and 30. That is 30, di ba? And then 30 divided by 10, that is 3 times 2. So that is 6 plus 30 divided by 15, that is 2 times 2. So that is 4 plus 30 divided by 30 times 2. So that is 2. Okay? And then kopyahin lang natin yung bago nilang denominator na 30. Ayan. So masusolve na natin to. 6 plus 4 plus 2, that is 12 over 30. And kapag sinimplify mo into lowest term, i-divide lang natin sila ng 6. Magiging 2 over 5. Yan na po yung final answer natin. Letter B. Di ba? Hindi siya yung usual na work problem na tinatanong yung rate nila working together, no? So, dapat alam din natin yung concept nito. Yung paggawa ng rate nila. Okay? So, sige. Last problem na tayo. So, a boat travels 30 kilometers downstream in 2 hours and the same distance upstream in 3 hours. The speed of the stream is... Okay, so hinahanap yung speed of the stream, no? So, mag-drawing muna tayo. Let's say, andito yung daanan ng boat, okay? So, let's say tubig to, paganto yung agos. So, pag sinabing downstream, ibig sabihin, pababa yung boat, okay? At this direction, papunta. Okay? So, pag sinabing downstream, sinasabayan niya yung current natin or yung agos natin. So, pag sinabi namang upstream, paakyat naman siya or kinokontra niya yung current or yung agos. Okay? So, moving at this direction naman. Okay? So, itong downstream, yung time daw niya para matapos itong dinaanan niya na 30 km, ang time ng downstream is 2 hours. Okay? Well, obviously, mas mabilis ang downstream since sinasabayan niya yung agos. Okay? So, how about yung upstream? Ang time naman natin sa upstream is 3 hours. Okay? So, mas matagal kasi kinokontra niya yung agos. Okay. So, After natin ma-drawing, syempre, isolve natin yung mga speed nila downstream and upstream. Okay? So, speed upstream. So, unahin na natin. Speed at upstream. Yan. So, same formula pa rin, no? Speed is equal to distance over time. And alam natin yung distance natin is fixed naman siya, which is 30 kilometers. Okay? Over natin sa time niya upstream. Ilan yung time niya upstream? That is 3 hours. So, i-divide lang natin siya ng 3. So, speed upstream is equal to 30 divided by 3. That is 10 kilometers per hour. Okay? So, isolve naman natin yung speed natin downstream. Speed at downstream. Okay? So, same formula pa rin. So, speed is equal to distance over time. And speed downstream, ang distance niya is fixed na 30 kilometers. I-divide lang natin sa time niya downstream na 2 hours. Okay? So, speed downstream, that is 15 kilometers per hour. Okay? Pero ang hinahanap dito is yung stream, di ba? Or yung speed ng stream. So, kailangan natin gumawa ng relationship ng boat and ng stream. Okay? So, yung boat, kapag sinabayan nyo yung agos, so ipa-plus natin boat plus stream, or kapag sumasabay yung agos, ibig sabihin downstream siya, ang speed niya is ito, downstream, 15 kilometers per hour. Okay, or let's say 15 na lang. And kapag naman yung boat is kinokontra nyo yung stream or yung agos, magma-minus naman tayo. So, boat minus stream is equal to 10. Okay? So, since ang hinahanap is yung speed ng stream or itong variable s, so, anong gagawin natin para variable s lang yung matira? Ang gagawin natin, itong dalawang equation natin, i-minus natin. Okay? So, para b minus b, makakancel yan. S na lang ngayon yung matitira. Okay? So, s minus s, so dalawang minus, mag-a-add na siya. So, magiging 2s. And then 15 minus 10, that is 5. Okay? So, i-divide lang natin to both side ng 2 para makancel tong 2. Yan. So, s na lang yung matira. And alam natin na 5 divided by 2, that is 2.5 kilometers per hour. Ayan. So, nakuha na natin yung sagot, guys. That is letter B. So, ganun lang kadali, guys, mag-solve ng motion problem, no? So, i-analyze nyo lang na mabuti, i-draw nyo para hindi kayo malito, and dapat alam nyo din yung formula ng motion problem. And yun, guys, makukuha nyo na yung hinahanap nyo. So, yun lang, guys. Salamat sa panonood and kita-kita.